Show you how to do just a basic brake service, because it's good to know. Keep the mud and crap out of your brakes when you start getting hard to pull. Feels like you're squeezing and nothing's happening. Usually they're full of mud or you're out of shoes. Steel on steel, which is not good. If you got sexy wheels, remove your sexy wheels. If you don't, just remove whatever wheels you got on there. Pull the two bolts off the back side of the caliper mount here. Come on. I got lots of mud in this one. Oh yeah. Helps if you release your brake. So that is crap. You do not want any of that in there. So remove your pads. Get yourself a little Allen wrench or whatever the hell you got. Take these two pins out. I've had these out before. Obviously they come out pretty easy. Sometimes they can be tight. You want to, these two pins, take a wire wheel, or if you don't have a wire wheel, take a wire brush or something and give them a nice shine so they're nice and smooth. Take them both out. Same thing with that pin, clean her up. Now your pads should just, the outer one's just gonna come down like that. And the inner one, it just sits in there. Just play with it, it'll come out. Now look at all the crap and stuff that's down in the... What you want to do is make sure that this here, the mounting bracket slides in and out of there nicely. Just pull that right out. A couple of boots on there, but they just pop off. Want to make sure there's no water or rust or anything like that in there. If there's anything rusty on any of these pins, clean them up real nice. Get some dielectric grease or something on there, and dielectric grease would be the best. That's what I use. Clean them up and clean out the holes that they're in inside the boots if they're full of crap. Pick everything out of there. You want this stuff to be nice and clean. You got a whole bunch of mud stuff sitting around in here, start rusting out things and you start corroding. You don't want that crap in there. And the seals will start to leak and all that BS. There's a little spring down inside this caliper. You want to get that out. This is what returns your, or keeps tension on your shoes and stuff in there. You don't want anything. This one's actually a hell of a lot cleaner than my other side was that I already did. You want to just keep everything out of there. You want everything to be working smooth. Especially around your piston and stuff like that. Clean her all out. Now I like to put a little bit of lube around the piston before I push it into the seal. You don't really have to push them in much, but I like to push them in just to keep the surface fresh. Keeps everything moving. That's what makes things seize when they're not used. If this thing doesn't wear much or move much, it's got more of a potential to seize in that one spot. So now you got your pads. Check them babies out. 2,600 kilometers on those factory Can-Am pads. I've got some sort of record, isn't it? Just clean the mud out of them. You don't want anything squeaking and growling and all the mess they make. Now what I like to do, give yourself a piece of Scotch-Brite. It's like $1.50 or something at any auto parts store. This stuff is awesome for everything. You can just give your pads a little polish up. Nice fresh surface going back on there. You can do the same thing to your rotor if you want, all the way around. Just kind of takes the polish off. I don't know if you're driving the mud lots like I do, they're not likely going to be very shiny. There you go. Do that to both your pads. Clean all the crab off. You don't want any of this mud and stuff on there. That's what keeps your pads from squeezing together. If they got mud and stuff that packs in between there, the harder you're going to have to squeeze your lever together to get your bike stopped. There's nothing to that. Make sure you put your spring back in there. It's going to keep your pads from rattling. Goes in this fashion. I don't think you can put it the upside down because I don't think your pins will go in then actually. So a little water in there. Now you want to put your mounting bracket back on there first. Just line your things up in the pins up in the boots. Slide her in there. Make sure those boots seal on there. There we are. Awesome. Put your inside pad in there. Put your outside pad in, just hook your pad up on there. Well, I suppose before I get too crazy here, I want to clean these pins up just a little. Usually I'd wire wheel them, but for the sake of demonstration, I'll just use some Scotch-Brite. You just want to make sure they're smooth. You don't want any rust spots sticking on them, because they want to go in there nicely and you want them to come out the next time you go to do your regular brake service. Want them to come out nice. Not much sense on lubing them or whatever because they're just they're out on the elements anyways. Just gonna get washed off or make more dirt stick to it. So put the pad in, put your pin in there. See that spring is what holds these pads out. So what you want to do is just push your pad in a little. We're gonna have to fudge with it a little bit. Get your pin slides in, just like that. And do the same thing with the other one. Put your Allen key on there. These you don't have to go wicked tight with or anything. They're not going anywhere. Snug them up. The tighter you put them, the harder they'll be to get out next time. They should bottom out anyway. Once they bottom out, just give them a snug. Now pull your pads apart so they fit over your rotor. Slide back on there. Put your line back on. Line your bolt up. Put grass in there. Nice. That is that. You're done your brake service. Let's grab your lever and give her a couple pumps. Make sure everything locks up. Everything still spins nice. There we are. 100% brakes again. So just do that to all your wheels once in a while, especially if you're driving lots of mud and you keep the longevity of your pads is going to go way up. Plus it's going to be a lot easier to pull. I know every time I do this simple little service, my brakes are way better the next time I go for a ride. It totally feels like half as much to squeeze to get stopped. It's awesome.